When I did hear my name called, I couldn't hold it together though. Like he said, it was a dream come true, and then all the hard work you put in up to this point, it's just your emotions just flow through you. So, like he said, I'm just happy to be here.
Joe.
Joe Kepner, WFTV here in Orlando. Rob, the reaction that we got from some fans, social media and otherwise, was mixed from the draft last night. A lot of people wanted different players than maybe what they got. Do you solicit any input from the fans when making the decisions for the franchise, or do you just kind of block that out?
We try to block that out usually.
Yeah.
John.
John Denton from OrlandoMagic.com. Aaron, you said that your agent kind of tipped you off and let you know that you were going to be picked by the Magic. So you had 5, 7, 8 minutes between hearing your name called, and what was that time like? What was going through your head? Were you reflecting on the journey, and also why 00?
Okay. Yeah, he tipped me off, and I went to my brother. I said, "Drew, I'm going forward," and I almost lost it. So I was like, "Okay, cool." I just kind of stay with it. I don't want to let anybody else know. My family was just so proud of me. My brother was proud of me. He didn't get a chance to get drafted, so to see his younger brother almost live vicariously through me, it meant a big thing. 00, it was my first ever AAU number. I didn't even know it existed. I think it's unique. I think not a lot of people have it. 32, I got reasons and reasons for this. 32, Magic Johnson, he's my favorite player growing up. And Shaq also had 32 here, so I didn't want to have any comparisons. But to try and, I didn't want to follow Magic Johnson's number. If you try and aspire to be one person, I think your aspirations are going to fall short every single time. I want to try and leave my own legacy with my own number. And the 00 represents how wide I want the fans' eyes to be. See all of us playing, so that's what I want all the fans to look like when they're watching this play.
Larry.
All right, this question's for this is Larry, the sports director, Wedge TV, NBC. Talked to you last night, by the way. For Aaron and Coach, where do you see him playing? How do you work through his versatility, which is a good thing, playing at both forward spots?
Go ahead.
It's completely up to him.
That's a good answer. We'll figure it out. But I think the great thing, and you know how I am, Larry, I'll look at more positives than anything. The versatility is going to be great, but the thing that I'm looking forward to on a nightly basis, not having to worry about effort, energy, competitiveness, our fans will embrace that on a nightly basis, and that's the most compelling parts of having these 3 young men, but we'll figure it out.
Dick.
Dick Skin, Lakeland Ledger and NBA.com. Anybody can answer this, but I guess it's mainly directed at Rob and Jock. You mentioned that you wanted hard-nosed guys, and all these guys are like above average defensively, reputation-wise. Can you win in the NBA with just guys like that? Just with the emphasis on the defensive end, having drafted Victor last year too.
Well, again, we see these guys being able to play basketball at both ends of the floor. So, look, every rookie comes into the NBA and has things they have to improve on. That's a constant. It's how bad do you want to improve on it? What's the commitment you're willing to make to do it? And how consistent can you be with that type of work ethic? And we feel very confident about the work ethic of these 3 men, and we feel confident that they're going to keep improving, they're going to continue to get better because they want to get better, and I think they have that intrinsic ambition to do so. So we feel confident they're going to get better, and we feel confident that you can win with guys who are tough and defend and share the ball and want to attack people.
Josh.
Yes, Josh Robbins, Orlando Sentinels. Question for Alfred, please. Alfred, where has your game made its biggest strides over the last 3 years, and how much of a boost did it give you to play on the under-19 team and contribute to that gold medal along with Aaron?
I think it's just my defense, being able to guard people, multiple positions. I think that was the way I was able to make that team, the U19 team, and get into the starting lineup. And I think we won our games over there by playing defense. We just wore teams out, and it was blowouts at halftime. So, and I think my defense is what got me, picked in the position I was yesterday.
Aaron, you mentioned last night you want to be on the all-defensive team. And they told a stat last night in college basketball, your opponent shot like 10-12% lower than he normally did when you guarded him. Where does that come from, that desire to be a defensive stopper?
I think if somebody really can't score on you, I think that's what makes you better than them.
It's good.
Mike Simon from Fox 35 here in Orlando. Just questions for all five of you, but if we could start with the players, please. What are your expectations for next season?
Championship.
My expectations, or I think our expectations, would be just to come out and compete every night. Thinking about a championship, I'm not even thinking that far ahead. I'm thinking about coming out each night, playing hard, and stacking one win after another, and just try and stack them up, not get fat and happy after. If we go on a winning streak, try and keep winning, keep momentum, and just do as best we can, and hopefully be one of the best teams in the league.
I just think we're gonna come out and compete. Like he said, he's with the guys he picked yesterday, and with Vic and all the rest of the young guys, we have everything we have in common is we're gonna compete and play defense. So I think if we do those two things on a nightly basis, we're gonna be all right.
I agree with them. We're going to keep chipping away, keep staying the course, and keep going into, whether it's each game or each practice or what have you, with the same consistent mentality to compete, to get better, and to be better, tomorrow than we were yesterday. That's the expectation.
Josh?
Aaron, you mentioned your older brother before. Your older sister also played Division I basketball. What are some of the lessons you've learned from both of your older siblings? Not necessarily in basketball.
Not in basketball.
Not necessarily.
Just how to carry yourself, really, and they've taught me how to be a family-oriented person. That's probably the main thing. Me, my brother, and my sister are very, very close. They're very witty people, they're very intelligent, and it always keeps me on my toes. In basketball, they taught me how to take an L. I was losing like crazy up until I was maybe 13, 14 years old, probably length on me, and then they taught me how to take an L, and they taught me how to compete. It's always competitive.
Larry?
This question for Elford. Larry Ridley, Sports Director, West TV. Last night you said you were the best guard in the draft. Do you still believe that? Where does that confidence come from?
I think confidence just comes from how hard I work, and that's just how I feel.